Good afternoon, students. First, let me apologize for yesterday. I recorded that video earlier and I accidentally made the mistake and posted it to my in-person U.S. History Honors course. So I apologize about that. I mean, Mr. Clapper makes mistakes, and I'm sorry if you didn't get that information until today. And if something like that, well, you wouldn't have known it wouldn't happen. So it doesn't matter at that point, but I do apologize for that you just received that today. So please make sure you complete that one assignment today sometime, and I'm going into my assignments, the syllabus agreement and questions. Please make sure you complete this sometime today. It is due this evening. I don't think that's too reasonable or unreasonable. I'm sorry, it's due tomorrow evening. My apologies, the 25th. I don't think that's unreasonable to have that done beforehand, so we can go ahead and get on to things. As I did mention, I do want to remind you of your quiz that will be open Friday morning and will close Friday evening, and that is your quiz covering this material. Again, it's obviously going to be open note because you are online students, but it's going to be timed. So if you think you're going to go back and forth and find the answer real fast and come back, you might be able to do it on a few of them, but don't expect that to happen very easily. You're going to have problems with that if you expect to look up every single answer. So please make sure you look through all this material beforehand. The next thing I do want to talk about right now is your My History assignment. I did mention that yesterday, but I want to go through the kind of mechanics of what do I expect in this assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that now, and go ahead and click on the MLA guidelines. So every single typed assignment that you will complete for this class, every single typed assignment, every single other than notes, you will be using your Word app and you will be using MLA format. And I want to kind of walk you through that a little bit today. It'll pop up, there it is. The big things that I want to see within your document, first and foremost, is I want to see you take pride in your work. It's the little things that matter. Capitalization, proper formatting, following the guidelines within the MLA system. All these things need to happen. It's not a question of me being nitpicky and wanting everything perfect. You should want everything perfect. The most important thing on this document is your name. You need to make sure that this paper is a reflection of what you're capable of. It's a reflection of you. So here's the guidelines for it. Footer, header, or no footer, but header, this information right here on the first page and then going into it. So as I did show you yesterday, and I'm going to pull up my Word, there we go, app, and I will show you this on my tablet in a second here. You do have the opportunity to use an MLA style format. All I did was search for MLA under the tablets. I'm sorry, when I went to more tablets, and there's MLA. Now, some of you might not have a computer, so I'm going to focus on the tablet because I do know everyone has a tablet. So let me go to my tablet. There is my tablet right there. I'm going to go to Word, and there's Word right there. So it has the same options. It's going to open up actually an example for my other classes. The first thing you need to make sure that you do is make sure you are signed in. You can see I'm signed in. There's my little picture. I'm going to drag this over just a little bit there. There's my little picture, and then you want to go to the plus sign. The plus sign, you will be able to find many different templates for a number of different things. There's our MLA right there. You want to go ahead and tap on that, and it will open up a new document. This way you'll be able to fix, and I'm double tapping up here, taking out the name, and then I'll put Clapper in. And then you can see here that's the page number. But let's say you accidentally delete that page number there. Don't ever type in a 1. That's not going to work correctly because when you go to the next page, it's going to stay 1. So you want to go to insert because you want to insert something, and you want to go right there. You see it on my screen, right there. It's a little tough to see, but right here. And you can see that little number sign. I'm going to tap on that, and I'm going to go to top right. And there you can see it behind it. Now when you go to another pages, obviously this probably won't be multiple pages, but when you do go to multiple pages, then it will update 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so on. Next thing I want to go in, I want to put in my information, Kyle, capital letters. Again, just look at this. Let's say the professor is Mr. Kyle Clabber. Now look at this. This is the little things that matter. That doesn't look good. That is not attention to details. I'm serious about this. You need to have pride in your work, and it's the little things that matter. Go back and capitalize it. Go back and capitalize that one letter. I'm going to have to delete it. It's a little tricky on the tablet, but some of you will have a computer, and you can do the same thing on your computer. Course number, it's U, and look, I'm putting a period between it. S, I almost forgot a period there. History, there. See, making it look nice. I'm going to go August. And this is always the date you turn it in. This is like the due date. So this would be next week. It's the 24th. Put, little, and then I hit enter. It will make it small. And then I will go to 21. Now I'll go through and I'll put a title in, the same sort of thing. You should have a title on every single paper. And then I'll go through and I'll delete all this information here. And I just delete it all. I just select it all and I delete it. This is just there to show you how to do things. And then a works cited page, which we'll get into at a later date. This is all about taking pride in your work. Now the next thing I want to show you is probably one of the more important skills that I will try to provide you when it comes to this class. And it's beyond U.S. history. I'm going to hit the little back button and I'm going to go to save. First, you never want to save this on the tablet. If this tablet dies, if this tablet goes corrupt, you're going to lose everything. You have access to OneDrive. Now, everybody's here about the cloud and everything else. Guys, the cloud is not in the air. It is not in the internet. It's at a data center, as they're called. It's basically at a really, 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 really big building with a bunch of computers in it. That's the cloud. And Microsoft has these data centers all over the world. Google has them. Amazon has them. When you go to Netflix, you're tying into a data center. That's what really a data center is, and the cloud. And you have access to a free cloud right here with OneDrive. You could also use Google Drive. That's honestly what I use to teach from. I use my Google Drive. You can see this little backup and sync client here. I'm going to double click, and here's all my files. Now, I use Google Drive because this is a personal account, but all my school files are here. So I'm going to go to the U.S. history right here. And if I'm working on some of these files, like this project that you'll eventually do, this pretty cool project, if I work on it at school and then I save it, I go home and I'll work on it then too. So again, it's really convenient to use the OneDrive. And also, let's say your tablet does die, you get another tablet from IT, you can go ahead and just sign in, and then there's all your information. So please use this. Another thing, file names. You need to be descriptive in your file names. I always put the name of the assignment, my history, in this case. I always put the name of the class, U.S. History, Honors. And I'm again capitalizing, making it look nice, even though it's just a file name. And I always put the period. This is a period. Well, you guys are technically, I'm just going to put online because you guys really aren't a period. And then I'm going to hit save. And it's saving it inside my OneDrive. Now here's the really cool thing. You can see here I'm working on my tablet. I can go back into this, click on that, and then there's the document. I'm going to drag this down right here. And I'm going to go to my Office sign-in. You see here? I'm going to go to up here. I'm going to go to my OneDrive. See that file right there? Now I'm able to work on this file from my computer. So let's say some of you, or a lot of you are on campus. You're just not on campus for this particular class. Now, let's say you work on it on your computer right here from home. I'm on my computer. Get rid of all this information. I'm gonna get rid of all this information. There we go. Come on now. Delete it. Delete it. Delete it. Delete. Oh, I'm going to go through and delete all this information. Now, I'm going to go back to my tablet here. Look. It's going to take a second. Make sure that it's saved. It's updating. It'll take a second, but you'll notice that this will eventually update. And this document, which is the same document, actually I'm going to go back and forth real quick on my tablet. Go back here. There you go. You see it? You see how all that stuff went away? Again, I just went back and forth real quick. But now, if you're at school, you can work on it here, and then when you're at home and you want to work on your computer, it's the same sort of thing. All right? So that's a beautiful thing that allows you this flexibility and allows you to make sure your documents aren't going to get destroyed. I mean, it's so important to do these types of things. I told a story with my in-person students about a wonderful student. Her name was not a student, she was a friend of mine in college, psych major, and she had her term paper. Her last term paper, it was like 85 pages long, and her computer crashed that night before it was due, and she almost didn't graduate. It was incredibly sad for her. She had to rewrite the paper. She had to beg for extra time. It was really, really upsetting for her that she was almost lost out on graduation because of technology breaking. And unfortunately, technology does break. It definitely does break. So please make sure that you are doing everything in your power. I'm going to delete this thing. There we go. It's not cooperating very well, so it's a little tricky with the deleting everything and stuff like that. So actually, I'm going to do it on my. Actually, there. Okay, I just actually did it on my tablet, and this will go away. So you can actually see this is me inside there. See, it says Kyle Clapper there. You can actually, oh, there it goes, and I just did it on my tablet. All right, so you can see this works really, really well. And technology will break; it's inevitable. Please make sure you're taking these steps. Now, the last thing I want to show you on the tablet side is how to submit this. So let me show you. Oh, getting text messages. Let me show you. So I'm going to go up to the share button right up here. I'm going to tap that button. I'm going to go to send a copy, send with another app, Canvas student. Now I won't be able to show you the exact class because obviously I'm not a teacher in my own class or my own student. So I'm going to go to course. I'm going to go to example. I'm going to go to assignment. I'm going to go to sample paper 1. And I'm going to hit submit. Now here's the key point. Watch the top of the screen. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to hit the home button. See that notification right there? That's what you have to see. You want to make sure you see that notification because it's telling you that it's submitted. Now the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go out of here. I'm going to go to my student. I'm going to go to my example course, and I'm going to make sure that it uploaded. So I'm going to go to, assignments. Takes a little while because there's a lot of example assignments in here. I'm going to go to sample paper, and it says submitted successfully, but I'm going to double check. So I'm going to hit submissions right there, and there it is right there. See, I've done quite a few submissions on this, but there it is right there, my online paper. So I know that it's submitted. Do never assume. You're online students, so you're going to be held to a very, very high standard. Make sure it's submitted, okay? So your paper's due tomorrow. Make sure to have that other assignment is due tomorrow, the questions, and you agree to the syllabus. And finally, your quiz is on Friday, okay? And then we'll probably be moving into content starting tomorrow, okay? So please make sure for check-ins, discussion posts, homework. Remember, you're expected to check Canvas. I would check it multiple times a day, at least in the morning and then in the evening. Make sure to check it so you can get all your work done. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me or send me a Teams call. Thank you very much, and I will talk to you tomorrow.